You would like to think the NBA Finals would be exciting every single year. It features the best of the West versus the beast from the East. Unfortunately, sometimes one team is way overmatched, and it can lead to a fairly boring series. In those instances, instead of a classic, we get a dud. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we dive into the 10 most boring NBA Finals series ever. And we do hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, 2014 San Antonio Spurs vs. Miami Heat. This was a rematch from the 2013 NBA Finals, in which the Heat won an absolutely thrilling, down-to-the-wire 7-game series. With the Spurs looking for vengeance and Miami looking to pull off a three-peat, everyone expected another classic between these two. Though Heat haters loved seeing the Spurs and their absolutely sensational shooting, this series didn't really have any heart-racing moments. The Spurs' 4 victories were by 15 or more points, with games 4 and 5 being won by 21 and 17 points respectively. Not much of a thriller unlike 2013. Number 9, 1991 Chicago Bulls vs. Los Angeles Lakers. This series featured a battle of the MJs, Michael Jordan of the Bulls versus Magic Johnson of the Lakers. Los Angeles was looking to add a stamp to its dynasty, but the Bulls proved to be the new kids on the block. After losing a close Game 1, Chicago took the next 4 to capture their first title. 2 of their wins were by double digits. Jordan's 31.2 points per game in the finals was awfully impressive, but that doesn't mean the series itself was all that exciting. Number 8, 1975 Golden State Warriors vs. Washington Bullets. The Bullets were expected to cruise through the Warriors after posting a 60-22 record, but they were in for a major surprise. Led by franchise star Rick Barry, the Warriors swept the Bullets in a shocking twist. Though all 4 games were decided by 8 points or less, the 4-game sweep didn't bring much of a climactic ending to a thrilling year. Number 7, 1989 Detroit Pistons vs. Los Angeles Lakers. The 1989 finals featured the top 2 teams in the NBA. It was Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar versus Isaiah Thomas and Dennis Rodman. But the Pistons' incredibly strong physical defense led by Rodman and Bill Laimbeer shut down Johnson and the Lakers' offense. Yes, we can appreciate good defense, but a 4-game sweep? It was a legendary performance for the Pistons, but it doesn't help prevent this series from earning the label of boring. Number 6, 2002 Los Angeles Lakers vs. New Jersey Nets. The Lakers were going for a three-peat after winning the championship easily in 2000 and 2001. For the casual NBA fan, it was hoped that Jason Kidd, a one-man wrecking crew for the New Jersey Nets, would find a way to take it to Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. It didn't quite work that way. 3 of the 4 games were decided by 6 points, but you've learned by now that sweeps are always boring. Shaq's 36.3 points and 12.3 rebounds per game in the series were too much for the Nets to handle, as the Lakers capped off the sweep and the three-peat with relative ease. Number 5, 1999 San Antonio Spurs vs. New York Knicks. The 1998 NBA Finals was hard to take seriously when it was only a 50-game regular season. Also, the 8th-seeded New York Knicks in the NBA Finals, how good could it possibly be? While this was the birth of Tim Duncan's legendary status, the series was plain boring. Missed shots, defense this and defense that. No team scored 100 points in a single game, and the Spurs took down the Knicks in 5 games to win their first title. Number 4, 2012 Miami Heat vs. Oklahoma City Thunder. Kevin Durant against LeBron James. Russell Westbrook against Dwayne Wade. James Harden vs. Chris Bosh. What wasn't there to love? It was Big 3 versus Big 3 in this one. On paper, it was supposed to be an even match down to the wire, except there was no storm to get the Thunder going, nor any air conditioning to cool off the heat. After losing Game 1, LeBron and company rallied to take 4 straight games, with 2 of them being by double-digit points. Anticlimactic, and many LeBron haters were sick of seeing King James win his first ring. It ended the LeBron ringless jokes, which was hard for all of us to accept. Number 3, 1971 Milwaukee Bucks vs. Baltimore Bullets. Each team featured a pair of future Hall of Famers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson for the Milwaukee Bucks, against Wes Unseld and Earl Monroe of the Bullets. It was quite obvious Milwaukee would win from the get-go, finishing with a league-best 66 wins and just 16 losses against the Bullets' 42-40 record. Every single win was a piece of cake for Milwaukee, winning by margins of 10, 19, 12, and 12 over a 4-game sweep. No games were exciting, and as we've said before, who cares about a sweep? Number 2, 1995 Houston Rockets vs. Orlando Magic. Star power versus star power. That's all this series was supposed to be. Rockets icon Hakeem Olajuwon led a Houston group that was complemented by big shot Bob Robert Horry and the great Clyde Drexler. But Orlando had the magic in them. with future four-time NBA champion and Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal. He had another superstar in Penny Hardaway and slick shooter Nick Anderson on his side. Orlando was the top seed in the East with 57 wins, while Houston was the 6th seed in the West with 47 wins. But in a surprise ending, the Rockets came out on top with a 4-game sweep. The championship-clinching 4th game was decided by 12 points. Like, really? How did Orlando fold after dominating the regular season with so many star players? We will never truly know, I suppose. And number 1, 2007 San Antonio Spurs versus Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James had finally led his team to the NBA Finals, and it was the league's top young star versus the San Antonio Spurs, who were shooting their 4th championship since 1999. But predictably so, a one-man wrecking machine in LeBron wasn't enough for the Spurs' iconic Big Three. The Spurs won by margins of 9, 11, and 3 and won. Still, it was too evident that the Cavaliers weren't even close to being on the Spurs' level. Easily the most disappointing and boring NBA Finals in recent memory. Which NBA Finals do you think was the most boring? Join us in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.